Let's get started. Now the news brought to you by the Lost Bros. Will certainly be enough of that.
More Skyliner jokes in the news.
What?
No. Maybe. An accident or unplanned downtime occurred aboard the Disney Skyliner transportation system at the Riviera Resort Station on Saturday night. Gondolas leaving the station became stuck, pressing against each other until the glass broke on one of them. The Orlando Sentinel originally said it was a power failure. They then claimed that the gondolas had just spent the day drinking around the world at Epcot. Eventually, they figured it out. Reedy Creek was ready to begin evacuations, but luckily guests were pulled to the station to be evacuated. This is a good thing because it would have likely taken 30 minutes or more to evacuate each gondola. Yeah, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway would have opened by the time they were done. That's counting the next delay. Guests were stuck in the air for about 3 hours, which is about how long Hagrid's Magical Creature Motorbike Adventure operated last week. Although, I will say bees seem like less of an engineering problem than unplanned downtime. Bees, very dangerous. The most magical creature of all, bees. Look it up, folks. A lot of people didn't know. There's closed for bees.
Bees.
Yeah, because you can't touch them. They're protective. You can't touch the bees. Yeah. Many guests didn't even know. This is not about the bees. We're talking about the Skyliner again, by the way. We're past the bees. Many guests didn't even know what was going on. Disney wouldn't tell them while they were stuck. So worried for their lives, many of them started writing letters to their loved ones on the notepads they found in the emergency boxes that I had already opened. So we can't prove it. We actually retrieved a number of those letters. We have them to share.
Yeah.
Cameron, do you have that? You have that for everybody? Let's
Can't believe we got our hands on these.
Dearest Martha, we find ourselves a part of the great Skyliner unexpected downtime of 2019. We have done our best to keep morale high, but we have run out of rations, and our remaining Mickey bars have melted in the evening heat. Jedediah has grown ill after succumbing to his hunger and ingesting a glow stick from the emergency pack, but his stomach now keeps the cabin aglow as our cellular batteries dim. Oh, Martha, I cannot tell you when I shall return to your arms at the Contemporary, but do not wait for me, my love. Parking for another night will leave us penniless. Flee, my dear, and with all luck, I shall, as God is my witness, embrace you at Hogsmeade by week's end. Kiss the children for me. Your husband, Henry.
Dearest Franklin, our iron containers have remained still on knife for an hour now. If it were high noon, they'd be our coffins. Dispatches from the Bluebirds say some have already been rescued, but red and white flashes are all we see from our perch. We attempted to use our emergency pack, but it has already been ransacked by a muckraker by the name of Mr. T. Corliss. That's what some cinematic editorialists on The Wire are saying anyway. May the fires of hell find him where he lies his head. Tell Mother I will make do.
Dear Margaret, I bring you news from our position near Riviera. I have done my best to aid our group as we dangle over the abyss, and have yet to rely on the emergency pack. As with any journey, I have come prepared, and we have survived on Cliff Bars this long. But how long can one last? Surely we'll miss tomorrow's fast passes at this rate. Your sister, Evelyn.
To Mr. Robert Chapek. Dear Sir, the situation worsens. All movement of Skyliner merchandise has ceased like the great beast itself. Refunds have been demanded. Epcot Forever Cargo already marches to the outlets, and I do not believe we can take another hit this quarter and survive. Raising admission may be needed once again to save face with the President. I await your word. Winthrop Burnett, World Traveler Gift Shop.
Thank you for those, everybody who sent those in. Thank you. Those are some great first-hand accounts from the Skyliner. Yeah, those are real. We have done some dumb things on this show.
Oh, it
the
gets
dumbest
worse.
is yet to come. The Disney next hour. The Disney Skyliner gondola system has not operated, of course, since the accident. It only ran for 6 days. It didn't even last as long as Stitch's supersonic celebration. Even we didn't predict that. Yeah. Do we have, Cameron, do we have a picture of the station, what the station looks like now for everybody? That's what it's looked like for a couple days now. Moose out front should have told you. Disney eventually released an official statement regarding what happened. Quote, put the moose up while I say this. There we go. We have a team diligently looking into the cause of the malfunction on the Epcot line of the Disney Skyliner. We have been in contact with the guests, many of whom were on the Skyliner for more than 3 hours until we were able to restart the system. We express our sincere apologies for the inconvenience and continue to work with each guest individually. Yeah. Originally billed as merely unexpected downtime, Disney then called the incident in that statement a malfunction of the Epcot line. You know, I haven't heard Disney change their story this much since Stitch's Great Escape closed. I mean, went seasonal. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but Disney's PR department actually, we haven't spoken to them in months at this point, since some things went on you may have heard about. There was the Country Bears in the Tiki Room.
Country Bears?
Yeah, did you not hear? You missed
No.
this? Anyway, for those unaware, Disney stated, of course, with the Bears in the Tiki Room that both of those stories were false. They called our sources unscrupulous and then launched a company-wide investigation to find out where the fake stories came from. Yeah. Because as you all know, you definitely needed to find out where made-up stories come from. It's definitely a thing you want to do. Yeah, I'm sure they'll get to the bottom of who's leaking false info to us. Anyway, out of nowhere, I received a message. After months of silence, I received a message minutes after posting the Skyliner accident story, which I think was pretty fair. I think it was, we didn't jump to any conclusions. We just gave you the information that was present at the time, and there's broken glass on the ground and a gondola pushed up in the air. I think accident's a fair word. I think if a server drops food on you at a restaurant,
It's an accident.
you call that an accident, not unplanned downtime.
It's a waiter malfunction.
Yeah. So what I received from Disney was probably the least professional looking email you would expect from the world's largest entertainment company. Can we show that? We have that, Cameron? Can you show the first one? Inaccurate information alerts. Disney Skyliner has unexpected downtime this evening. There was not an accident. That was the first email. I decided to take some time out of my busy evening to email Jody Bennett back at Disney PR. And do you have the next one? You have my response. Dear Jody, after months of silence on your part, I have no interest in bailing you out by misleading my audience with information from quote-unquote unscrupulous sources. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Jody decided it was best to respond to this, then carry on with misinformation. Despite the photos and video of broken glass and a gondola pushed into the air. I then responded with, well, it's your guests who are reading it. Good luck getting them on your $2 transportation system. She did not respond. So, there you go. What do you want me to do? So, yeah. Remember, kids, what goes around, comes around.
Like a Skyliner.
That doesn't come around. Oh. That's like what goes up must stay there for 3 hours. Something like that. A Reedy Creek spokeswoman shared that at least one person was taken to the hospital after being stuck on the Disney Skyliner on Saturday night. Remember what Disney said? No one was injured, like before anyone was even off the line? No one was even off the line yet. No one's injured. Lady being taken to the hospital, all right. 2 other individuals were also taken to the hospital by Reedy Creek personnel, but it was unknown if that was connected to the Skyliner incident. In fairness, it was a Saturday night, and you know how jelly rolls can get. Might have been from there, nearby. Nope. All right. A new report by WESH revealed previous concerns from Reedy Creek fire and rescue staff about the Skyliner. The primary concern was, according to union leaders, the lack of staffing. The union leaders then went back to helping ringing up guests at Mouse Gear. There's no staffing problems at Disney World. Everything's great. Everything's going well. Yeah, there you go. So the Skyliner thing, this is, yeah.
Bit of a story.
Yeah, this has been kind of crazy. It's become the biggest story we've ever posted, over 1.3 million readers, which is pretty crazy. Yeah.
Everybody was talking about it. I mean, people who didn't even care about Disney, I went to work the next day. Obviously, everybody was talking about it.
It made national news, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
CNN, Fox News, everybody.
But like no one knew like what really happened. That was the
And
problem.
we still really don't.
Well,
we still really don't.
I think were other news sources calling it an accident or showing the picture of the crash?
Some people said
gondola?
accident. Some people said crash.
Yeah.
Most of the Disney-approved sites stayed silent
Right.
until Disney made a statement,
Yeah.
which seems unethical a little bit to me. I told somebody the other day, I was like, if you really wanted to know what's going on in this community, if you watch that 24-hour news cycle of the accident, you can tell who is actually giving you accurate information and wanted to get you the story, because several sites, and not just us, several sites posted that the accident happened pretty quickly. And then you had a lot of sites just kind of hold back until Jody started sending out the preferred statement, not an accident, and they all
Yep.
went with it. So yeah.
I
think
love
it was
the
interesting to watch.
inaccurate information alert. That's
I
my
don't
favorite
know.
part.
Maybe it was a Saturday. I'm sure she was upset she had to work on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
And it's still like the biggest entertainment company in the world sent me an email that starts with inaccurate information alert, no punctuation. Like, yeah. Even and the gall to contact a news outlet that you have been silent on, and I had reached out to them to try and repair anything that needed to be repaired following things that happened this summer, and I never got a response. But then, of course, the moment we were needed, because they didn't like the word accident, which, by the way, if you know what the word accident means, I think is a very tame word and a very fair word. I didn't say crash. I think crash was a bit much. No one, if you weren't there to see them collide, I don't think you can say the word crash in confidence. But accident, I mean, covers anything. I mean, someone dispatches a ride wrong, you call it an accident. So I mean,
well, I know even oddly enough, when I was doing traffic reporting,
Yeah.
there was they made sure we knew the distinction between accident and crash actually, because
Yeah.
there's a distinction. There's certain times you use one, and there's certain times you use the other.
Yeah.
And you got to be careful that you're not misinforming.
what is the distinction?
Well, I mean, an accident, if you know it's an accident, so like sometimes you don't want to use that word if you think it's possibly something else, like
Yeah.
So
So accident is like the fallback. Like no
right,
matter
accident
what,
is the fallback.
it's an
yeah.
accident.
Yeah.
But it's a crash once someone gives you the information that it was
It is.
indeed a crash.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. I mean, we used the word accident. It was it said we didn't know if anyone's injured. We don't really know anything. All we know is we have this photo. Clearly, there's a gondola pushed up. There's broken glass.
Yep.
That's what we know, and we posted what we knew.
Now, isn't it kind of spooky that happened like 6 days after the thing starts operation? I mean, everybody was always freaked out of how fast that gondola came into
This
the
was
station.
leaving the station.
That was leaving?
Yeah, they're going out. It got. I think it
so it
got.
just stopped- it got
looks
stuck
to
and
me,
then
and we have the video of them
crashed.
trying to wedge this like this back onto the line. So my theory was, I don't know what actually happened. The theory is something went wrong with that first gondola. It didn't go, and then the other ones piled up behind it once it didn't go. Because if this one's pushed up, wouldn't that lead? And it's right at the edge. Wouldn't that lead you to believe it was unable to get out?
Yeah.
It wasn't able to go up the line. I don't know. It's just,
That's what I think happened.
Yeah, the ghost of Jason Diffendahl thinks that's what happened.
Yep,
so.
that's me.
I think that's what happened. Whether or not they're going to tell us what actually happened, probably not. But
So,
yeah.
when do we have any understanding of when they might get back online?
I think soon.
Yeah.
I think in the next day or two, actually. I would think. Yeah.
Are people going to be nervous to take them?
Oh, I think plenty of people are going to be nervous.
It's bad PR, right? I mean, this is bad.
No, it's not good. It's 6 days old. And people immediately are like, oh, rides have problems. Let's talk about ride problems. Like Hagrid's has had problems. None of those problems really endangered guests. I mean, it's just the ride, in more modern attractions, there's all sorts of computer systems and things that tell the ride to stop if it thinks something is wrong. And maybe necessarily things aren't even wrong. It's just the computer system being new and they have kinks to work out. Those are more of the problems we've had with, I think, more recent attractions being delayed.
Yeah.
And things like that. The Skyliner being something that's been built in a million other places by this company, and then opening here in 6 days in. And let's not pretend it wasn't having problems all week, because it was.
Right.
The Epcot line was up and down all week. And then suddenly, Art of Animation line was down for 3 hours one morning. So they were clearly having problems. And who knows, like maybe they undercut a bid. Like maybe they, in order to get the contract, the company that built it made a low bid. Who knows? Who knows? We'll find out. If it reopens and something happens again rather quickly, then we know there's trouble.
Yeah.
And if it reopens and nothing happens, then this will fade from memory after a while. So one of two things is going to happen. Either it's going to keep having problems and this is going to quickly become rocket rods, or it's going to go to normal and it's just going to be another mode of transportation at Disney World. But we don't know what's going on, so it could go either way at this point. Yeah. You'll go on again.
I'll go on again.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to go on.
I just like I don't know if I go on there in the middle of a hot day anymore.
No. Yeah,
just in case.
I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be.
Sound like they had an unpleasant time.
I wouldn't want to be stuck there at night, but I mean, at least it's not the middle of the day.
One family, there was a lot of negative accounts, but one family was like, "Oh, we got to watch fireworks from up there." I was like, "All right, if you had a good time, that's good." But there were definitely people who are claustrophobic or prone to anxiety or panic attacks, and those people did not have a good time. So.
Were the announcement systems working okay? I heard spotty things about that. Some cabins, yes, some no. Some
it's
people.
It's radio based, and when we stopped the other day, like it was real crackly. Like we heard what it said, but it wasn't the best quality. It's certainly not the quality that you have with the automated spiels.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I know the audio didn't seem to be working in a lot of the cabins.
Oh, that too. Yeah, sometimes the regular audio doesn't work. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
At least the rations boxes were there on most cars, the ones we didn't nab them from. Do you still got your rations box here? No.
You got to match the shirt.
No.
You got to find out what I was wearing that day.
Oh boy.
Maniacs. Disney. I'm the bad guy. Disney has just announced a new. We're going to move on. We're going to move on from the Skyliner. We'll take a break from Skyliner jokes.
No more Skyliner the rest of the show.
No, we're going to stop. Disney has just announced a new free dining plan promotion offering free dining for children. And also for anyone who is stuck on the Disney Skyliner.
There
it is. Oh, there you go. We have some positive updates for everyone about their favorite roller coaster in Dinoland USA. There's only one. Guests were finally being let into Primeval Whirl on Thursday, but it kept opening and closing all day. Yeah. The ride has since not reopened. Yeah, it turns out that a blue Skyliner gondola got stuck on the tracks.
Couldn't resist. Another gondola joke.
The Muppets Present Great Moments in American History was canceled in a string of entertainment budget cuts recently, having its final show on Saturday. I don't have a joke. The joke is that they cut the one good show in the Magic Kingdom. Yeah, a great decision made. It would be great if there was some sort of segment or show where people explain to you how these decisions are made by management.
I'd be really curious to hear that. Yeah,
perhaps in a way that makes it easy for everyone of every age to understand.
Yeah. Accessible for all.
Someone should do that.
Yeah.
Not us, though.
No.
Just as the Epcot experience tracks the transformation of Epcot, the center itself, which just opened last Tuesday, is constantly updating. Recently, they added 2 new attraction ride vehicle models, one for Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, another one for Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. Bob Chapek was unhappy when he was brought in to see the models, loudly yelling, "What are these rides for ants?" Yeah, he had some processor problem. Because he is, in fact, a robot. Didn't get it. Just 6 days after the final showing of Illumination's Reflections of Earth, aerial images from Twitter user BioReconstruct show that the remains of the former Earth Globe, which is currently currently being dismantled backstage at Epcot. Next week, the area will be used to dismantle gondolas. Scrap metal. While visiting the Mexico Pavilion at Epcot, we spotted a whole new collection of merchandise featuring Mickey, Donald, and Goofy in traditional cultural attire. If only Donald had 2 friends from South America who wear sombreros to put on this merchandise. No, I'll just put Mickey and Goofy in sombreros. It'll be fine. Disney has announced that a new gelato kiosk is coming to the Italy Pavilion and World Showcase. This new location will replace the current gelato cart and will be operated by the Patina Restaurant Group. The kiosk will be scooping up 12 different varieties of gelato and sorbet, including chocolate, vanilla, pistachio, and Tyson chicken tenders. Oh, come on! That was not the worst joke of the
No, you might get worse. Yeah.
They're selling Tyson chicken tenders at the booth.
Okay.
Come on. I don't agree with this. Alex doesn't agree with it either. It was good, right? Oh.
Yeah.
That's right. Everyone's having a conversation over here. Come on. There's a show happening up here, Colleen.
How that was the worst joke of the week?
The show is in
right?
front of you. It's here.
She was whispering to me about chicken tenders.
She was whispering to you about chicken tenders.
She
All right.
was.
Don't worry, it's excused.
Did you know they had chicken tenders at this kiosk? No. Okay, see.
Oh.
Joke
She's a
didn't work.
chicken nugget connoisseur.
Yeah.
We have several people on staff who are chicken nugget connoisseurs. Yeah.
It's for 2 or nothing.
They had a pleasant crunch.
I like chicken strips.
The seasoning in the... Never mind.
Talking about gondolas or chicken strips?
Oh, that was an unpleasant crunch for Bob Chapek. Yeah. Disney has announced a limited time dining offering at Epcot in celebration of The Little Mermaid. Located in Future World, Coral Reef Restaurant will be offering a commemorative menu to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the animated classic. With menu items like the Dingle Hopper Shrimp Cocktail. Dingle Hopper Shrimp Cocktail. It's a good thing Dingle Hopper is singular because knowing Disney, the dish likely has 1 shrimp. Come on. No. Well, if you thought that was bad, you know, Nick, there's a special song. There's a song that'll be playing at the restaurant. Do we have that? To get you in the mood.
Coral Reef is doing a Little Mermaid themed menu, so we got a very special song for you. Take a listen right now. The seaweed is always greener when it's on a vegan's plate. You think about plant-based lunch fare instead of a big fat steak. Just look at the world around you, from chicken to wild-caught boar. Such delicious things surround you. What more are you looking for? Come and eat me. Yes, come and eat me. You know you want to. Darling, it's better with salt and pepper sprinkled on me. Up on the shore you work all day. Why would you give your meat away? We be devoting full time to roast and come and eat me.
Sounds great.
Lobsters are boiled.
Lobsters are boiled? What did it say?
Roasted.
Roasted?
Shit, didn't rhyme.
It didn't work in the lyrics. Okay. I just got the Tom signal is letting me know that Pete is coming. That's unfortunate. Is the door locked?
Yeah.
I think he knows the code.
It's
So
a
if
good
we
thing.
hear a loud crash, it's either a gondola or Pete.
It's a good thing you warned us. I saw that on here. I just thought it was. I didn't think it was in person. Thought it was good.
Move on
He
now.
said I'll be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna move from gondola talk to Epcot Forever talk when Pete gets here.
Oh, we should just let Pete rant. Oh my God, that was something. Speaking of Epcot Forever, good transition, boy. Good job. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nope. All right. There's a musical cue.
He doesn't.
Wait, what?
Forget it. Note to self:
It moved from
Right.
P to O.
write
I don't
every
know.
cue for Nick.
It moved from P to O. I don't know why. It should be under P for proud of your boy.
Now it's O for.
Yeah, I don't know why
Be under
it's
P
on.
for Please.
I'm gonna move it back to P.
Please. What are you doing?
He's moving it back
Moving
to
it back
P.
to
Moving it
P.
back. All right. Tuesday's Epcot Forever performance, scheduled for 9 p.m., was finally canceled at around 10:45 p.m. No specific reason was given for the cancellation, but a Skyliner gondola could be seen on the fireworks barge.
Poor gondola.
It's been a rough week for them. Bo Peep Bo Peep has lost her sheep, and it's mainly because they're on a new spoon. Now available.
Wow.
They're on a spoon available at Disney's Hollywood Studios. The spoon is available in specially marked boxes of Fruit Loop cereal or for $7 at Walt Disney World. Yeah, $7. No one got cereal prizes as a kid. All right, I'll move on. A new Mike Wazowski chocolate dome cake can be found at Kona Island at the Polynesian. This is a nice diversion from the last dessert we got with one eye in it, the tiramisu at Tony's.
Oh
my God.
Tiramisu has 2 eyes, though.
Oh. Yeah.
With heart.
No, that was on me.
What are you doing? Is that under? Do you have that under M for moron?
W. W for worst.
What?
W for worst.
Wow.
Yes, you are. With heart. Yeah, that thing's gonna go great.
I was playing that for me.
With what for you?
For my 2 eyes joke.
What 2 eye joke?
How did you not hear?
I said
because there's 2
tiramisu
eyes
has
in
2
tiramisu?
Yeah. See, that's why I played the.
I'm trying to do a show over here.
I deserved it, right?
How do people watch this?
That's how our show's going. Oh, it's got a lean. There you go. With heart.
More on that later.
With hardly, there you go. Accurate. With hardly any fanfare, the new Enchanted Rose Lounge opened at the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. The first thing you'll notice upon entering the bar is the chandelier inspired by Belle's dress. If Belle's dress was sold at Home Goods. The new lounge also has outdoor seating, so you can throw yourself off the balcony when your card is declined for your 2-drink purchase. Yeah, they're expensive. There are two table-side cocktails on the menu, each one presented with a story behind it, and mixed for you with great care by the bartenders. Actually, I have the story of the drinks. Are you ready to hear the story of the drinks? Here we go.
I'm ready.
Once upon a time, there was a beast who lived in a castle. He was once human, but a terrible curse was placed upon him. The beast could only break the spell if he could learn to love a human as much as he loved money. The beast never did learn to love a human, but he did launch a successful streaming service bundled with Hulu and ESPN, and eventually ran for political office. Touching story.
That Manhattan looks great.
What?
That's when your drink is over, no?
It's the love and the envy.
Oh, okay.
Those are the story drinks.
Aren't they like Manhattan drinks, though?
Are they? I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't go yet.
Me either.
No, I had my parents babysitting my parents. They only eat chicken tender. The presentation of the drinks plays a major part of both of them, which might explain the $21 price tag on them. What would also explain the $21 price tag, current Walt Disney World attendance. Ooh, tough room. The rotating dial mechanism for the swing arm bridge has been installed on the walkway that will connect the Grand Floridian to the Magic Kingdom finally. Yeah, Disney has supposedly ordered several more of these swinging bridges to hit the Skyliner cars up out of the station and onto the line. So they don't make it. You see, it's this arm thing.
Is there a cook on them?
Send it up the line. It's like a baseball arcade game, yeah. New stroller rules are coming to the Disneyland Resort starting October 7th. Guests now have to have their strollers folded prior to boarding the tram. So at 10 p.m., get ready for Disneyland's newest nighttime spectacular, Dads Who Can't Remember How They Got This to Fold This Morning. That will be presented nightly, of course, wind permitting. Thank you. Alaska Airlines has revealed its special edition plane named Friendship and Beyond at the Disneyland Resort, a whimsical tribute to Pixar Pier. Just like Pixar Pier, the plane is covered in a decal. So accurate. On board, while supplies last, little ones can enjoy the Disneyland Resort Activity Fun Book. The fun book features lots of coloring pages and fun stuff to do, including a section where you can connect the dots as to why Galaxy's Edge failed. Ticket prices, blockout dates. Anyway, Disney. Colleen, I'm trying to do a show here. Disney's so loud. Disney is preparing to test a new method for obtaining fast passes at Disneyland. Currently, guests, of course, can buy Max Pass or can scan their ticket at a kiosk. This new method would eliminate the individual kiosks and have a central touchscreen kiosk for multiple attractions, allowing them to close many of those distribution areas. This, of course, would free up more space for Disneyland to sell Spirit jerseys. No? All right.
Nope.
Very, Very Mini is coming next winter to Tokyo Disneyland. This special celebration of Minnie Mouse looks like it'll be one to remember with a special mini parade, stage show, merchandise, and food items. At the show base in Tomorrowland, guests will experience a delightful celebration of Minnie and all of her starring roles in the parks over the years. In fact, music and costumes from entertainment from the past will return, ending nonsensically with a whole new world.
Oh.
Yeah. During the celebration, all 4 Disney Resort Line monorail stations will have a special day pass design featuring Minnie Mouse through March 19th. Meanwhile, at Walt Disney World, guests will be able to get a commemorative card that says, "The monorails are down, please take the ferry." Wow, all right. Thanks, everybody.
But that was good.
Thank you, Ghost Jason. Appreciate it. Tokyo Disney Sea's Pixar Playtime event will enter its 3rd and final year next year from January 10th through March 19th. Adorable Pixar decorations will turn part of Tokyo Disney Sea into a giant board game. Yeah, Epcot has also been turned into a giant board game recently. Sorry. Two new Frozen Magic Bands have arrived at Walt Disney World. Finally, Magic Bands that match the My Disney Experience app. The new Disney Parks Designer Collection ears from Her Universe have arrived. The ears may look like cinnamon buns, but they're actually based on Leia's iconic bun hairstyle. The new ears retails for $78, which is, funny enough, the price of 2 cinnamon buns at Walt Disney World. So that one got you all right. Cinnamon bun. $78 for cinnamon bun. You ever been to the bakery? It's probably right. There's a Sven Dream Friends plush now. The newest installment in the adorable Sleeping Plush series. You can also use this plush to pretend that you're good at hunting. Show you, take a picture with your friends. He's dead. Carried around.
I love it.
I'm going to do that with Figment.
Laying him on the wall.
No, you're not. How dare you? Figment is not dead. Uh-oh, my teleprompter's freaking out.
It's dead. You killed it.
It's dead. No, I got it. Disney has made revisiting memories from your Walt Disney World vacation a little easier with the new PhotoPass Archive USB, because everybody still uses USB. If you have Memory Maker and Annual Pass, you can now purchase a Disney PhotoPass Archive USB product at DisneyWorld.com. With this new product, all of your PhotoPass photos and video viewable on your account at the time of purchase will be loaded onto a USB drive, along with all the blueprints for the Star Wars hotel. That's how I got them.
Accidentally, right? Leaked onto
Oh,
your USB.
PhotoPass? What are these?
Toy Story Mary in that show.
Oh,
What?
God. I don't know what USB that
I
was.
didn't visit that today.
It wasn't real anyway. According to Variety magazine, $7 Productions, Seven, and the Nacelle Company are teaming to produce the docuseries Behind the Attraction for Disney+. Series takes viewers into the history of how popular attractions and destinations came to be, how they have changed over time, and how everything has been ruined. No? All right. I'll move on. As part of the massive merchandise release that was Triple Force Friday, Citizen released a collection of Star Wars watches. The 5 timepieces pay homage to the original Star Wars trilogy, learning their lesson from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. This is the bad part of the monologue. Warning.
I like that one.
All right. There is now a Pizza Planet Spirit jersey. You see this? Pizza Planet Spirit jersey? Yeah. It was going to be a Muppet Spirit jersey, but you can only sell those until 4 p.m. The Mouser-size apparel collection, previously cited at Disneyland, is now at Walt Disney World. Whether it's leggings, a tank top, or shirts, there's something that should work out for you. The items will... Please stop.
Wow.
The items will be bought only, of course, by people who haven't Mouser-sized in 25 years or more. Myself included. Disney Resorts have introduced a brand new skincare line of H2O products featuring The Little Mermaid to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the film. The collection takes the form of a 3-step hydration system, which can be found under your seat on the Disney Skyliner. It's in the box. Gets a little clammy in there. Just moisturize.
I like that.
Can spell out help in cream.
But you can't see
If
it
it's
through the
wrapped,
wraps.
you know, yeah. In an adorable YouTube video, the Hong Kong Disneyland Resort announced that Cookie, the Duffy friend native to Hong Kong, will be renamed Cookie Ann. This will bring Cookie Ann in line with other Duffy friends like Stella Lou and Shelley May, who have double names. In an unrelated story, we will start going by Tom May, Cameron Ann, and Nikki Van.
Nikki Van.
Pizzafari has a vegan Sicilian-style pizza slice. And you know what? Despite Disney Italian food never being good, this was actually edible.
No.
It was edible. It wasn't bad. It was better than the regular pizza.
No way.
Yeah. Tony responded by saying that his chicken parmesan has always been plant-based. Only the best. We put a lot of oregano, mostly oregano, 90%. 90% oregano, some gabagool. Vegan, I don't know. Vegan plant-based. I can't anymore with this show. Vegan plant-based Mickey waffles are now on the menu at Pop Century. You know, I've had plant-based Mickey waffles before, but it was at this weird party. They're so funny after, I don't know. Hey, howdy, hey, Woody's Lunchbox in Toy Story Land now has a vegan grilled cheese and vegan tachos. But hey, anything tastes good after 6 of those alcoholic lemonades. I'm not doing a song. Get over it, everybody. There's no song for Woody's Lunchbox today. I'm not your monkey. I don't have to sing every time we talk about it. It's time to party like it's 1989 because we're heading back to the days of the Neon Armadillo, Mannequins, and the Adventurers Club. Cameron, I'll explain all of these to you later. At Disney Springs, there's now a 1989 logo Pleasure Island tee for sale, which is great because no one who went in 1989 can still fit in there. Yeah. As Disneyland prepares for the arrival of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, the Toontown Hills behind the buildings of the Cartoon Metropolis have been removed. The Team Disney Anaheim building is now out in plain sight behind the land that Toons built because of this. Well, with the fake hills gone, it marked the first time that executives in the building had seen the park. Guests to Walt Disney World that are low on data can now rejoice as Wi-Fi has been enabled on Walt Disney World Resort buses. Yeah, this is especially great to connect to Google Translate to tell that South American family that they have to move the stroller so you can get on the bus. That's the news. Nick, who brought us the news?